Annapolis, Maryland, home of the Naval Academy, plays host to Decision Monday here in the SFLm as the Lexington Miners come into town to take on the Annapolis Navigators. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jack Brown. Alongside me here tonight is Eddie Gage. And Eddie, we got a huge matchup here. Annapolis out of the playoffs, but Lexington gonna need to win to even have a shot at making it to the dance.
They're gonna get some help too from the game that's going on next door. We'll see how it all unfolds. But SFL Nation, what up, though? Talk about doing double duty. Just came over here from Albuquerque, got in a company jet that Cam paid for. Got me over here free of charge, of course. I got a VIP seat over here next to my man over here calling the game. Let's see how it all shakes out.
Yes, this game will be interesting. Two of the more turnover-prone teams in the SFLm this season, tied for most turnovers in the league. Not a lot of takeaways, especially from the Annapolis defense. Only 5 to this point.
Turnovers, the biggest out of every game, at least in my opinion.
The ball's on the tee for Lexington. And we are underway from Maryland. I'm sorry. Taken out to the 27-yard line. We'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Navigators.
Let me ask you a question. Are you one of those owners who don't talk much during games because you're scared you're going to jinx things, or you just talk away in chat?
Very interesting question to start off, Eddie. I personally don't talk that much, at least not about the game itself. I mostly just kind of like I'm, chatting with my players, and as things happen, they unfold. Speaking of things unfolding here, that's going to be a throw to the outside, gain of 5 for these Annapolis Navigators, and I guess it's kind of funny that you mentioned this because the coach of these Navigators is the new head coach with my team, Jay Hayden.
You're getting a first hand. I just botched it all up, but you're getting a bird's eye view of what your coach will be doing next season with Charleston.
Absolutely. More so on defense, as the offense here is controlled by John Michael Suddeth.
Look out.
Struthers throws the outside. That's going to be incomplete. 3rd down and 5. Get you introduced to the rest of this Annapolis offense. Struthers obviously been the signal caller here for a while. Halfback is Chris Crane Jr. Fullback is Lars Bizarre. Wide receivers are Ronnie Shanahan and Goldie Morrison. And the tight end is Joel Harleman. Get you the Lexington defense on this next play, assuming Annapolis converts on 3rd down.
One empty here.
Struthers drops back to throw, looks around, throws deep over the middle, and that's going to be a catch to the 48-yard line. Brings up 1st and 10, and I guess with that in mind, the Lexington defense for you tonight. Defensive ends are Robert Brady and Gerald Cumbus. The linebackers are DJ Kilgannon and Noah Rager. Cornerbacks are Andre Tucker and Nathan Nur. Free safeties are Todd Rigsby and Guy Incognito. The strong safeties are Jukin Rukin Jr., Tony Neer, as Gene Struthers goes down on that play. Make that a big loss. 2nd and 16. Sack made by Andrew Lawson.
Cover sack on the play as no one was open downfield. Forced to eat it.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate play. 2nd and 16 now for the Navigators. Handoff to Junior up the middle. Going to gain a single yard. They're not going to say he got any more.
Seen a lot of minor league teams running this power play. I may have to add it to my repertoire and check it out.
Eddie always testing for the upcoming season. But hey, that season comes close. Just about 6 weeks out, or 5 weeks out from the season 20 kickoff, folks. Struthers dropping back to throw. Looking around, lobs this one deep. That's going to be... they're going to say it's a fumble. Recovered by... Not sure who recovered that, but I think that's going to be challenged anyway. Because I don't know if you had that ball long enough to really consider that a completion.
They're saying Lexington gain possession of the football, but I don't think that's a catch like you said. That's going to get challenged.
Yeah, if Jay Hayden. I mean, it was a fun play to watch, but for Jay Hayden, yep, there's the flag.
Yeah.
And we'll have to get a look at this, see if he had possession. He most likely didn't, though.
You know, looking at Jay Hayden on the sidelines with those Dockers on, that looks absolutely ridiculous. They got to give him some sweatpants or, I don't know, some jeans, maybe even some shorts. I don't know, but those Dockers just not getting it for me.
Jay Hayden taking fashion advice from another coach with the initials of JH. You know, maybe he's looking to harvest those capabilities and take his team towards the top.
What? Oh my, that's a terrible call.
Whoa. Yeah, I like fully processed like, oh, it was just whatever. But that's good, and Lexington now gains control of the football at their own 37. That's another turnover for Annapolis.
That's terrible. That's a bad call.
Hand off the outside for Lexington. They're going to break away down the side to the 30, 25. Sean Sanders gets it to the 24, and already things are coming undone for the Annapolis defense.
You want to victimize a team who decides to come out with a nickel 3-3 defense? You run the ball to the strong side with a stretch or maybe even a power play, like we just talked about a moment ago, maybe even a weak, strong power O, and abuse them with that running game.
What a crazy play to start for this Lexington offense. 3 wide at the top of your screen on this play. Handoff once again to Sean Sanders. Sanders finds a hole, gets 5 on the play. Second down on the 18.
Already inside the SFL red zone. Lexington looking to strike first.
We another handoff of Sanders. He's going to only gain a yard.
Great tackle to bring the running back down. Otherwise, that's a first down. Individual effort. It's going to force a 3rd down and 4.
Third down and 4 for the Miners. Handoff to Sanders up the middle, and he's not going to get it. He's not going to get the first down, and now Victor Washington's going to have to come out and go for a field goal to put the Miners up by 3.
That was a long 4-yard attempt too. So kind of surprised to come out here with the pass, with the run, but I guess they just wanted to play it safe and bring up the field goal unit in case they didn't make it, trying to strike first.
Not a terrible mindset to take. Kick is up from Victor Washington, and it is good. Lexington strikes first. And out in San Jose, as Ottawa is getting ready to take the field, I'm sure seeing that now really makes them tighten their chin straps a little bit tighter.
Yeah, it does. You find yourself scoreboard watching, and my coaches always hate that. Focus on the game you're playing, control what you can control, and everything else play out on its own.
Kick is away from Lexington, taken at the 5, at the 15 to the 20 to the 25. They're going to mark him down at the 26.
Seeing all the production work going on in the background, it always amazes me how Cam is able to produce 2 games at the same time.
Oh, yeah, and sometimes even, especially during the minor league season, he calls one of them.
Yeah.
So he's kind of having to, look at one game and talk while typing in the graphics on another one. Massive kudos to commissioner and executive producer on these broadcasts, Cameron Irvine. First and 10 throw to the outside. That's going to be, good catch by Goldie Morrison.
So both teams electing to use nickel as their base defense. Let's see if Lexington, excuse me, if Annapolis is able to take advantage of it with the run game.
Well, they haven't really ran it that much to this point.
Oh,
They're going to throw this one again. That's going to be tipped around and incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 6, and that's going to be number 22. They're going to credit the deflection, Toby Nur.
I was expecting Annapolis to attack the near side of the field where there was only one defender. There were about 4 DBs lined up at the top there, and yet they decided to attempt to complete the pass over there anyway.
Look, sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit, I guess, what Gene Struthers would tell us on those sorts of plays. They're going to go to the same well, and this time it works out, gains a first down up to the 38.
Gene Struthers right now, 5 of 7 for 54 yards, 90-yard slants. Hard to defend. They move the chains.
Yeah, because, I mean, you look at that play, right? It's a basic mismatch where they have 3 receivers coming over in the same area. You only have 2 defenders ready to go, so you have to have a 3rd defender commit to the play. You know, that may take them out of another situation. You know, release foul for the quarterback. Great play call, 1st and 10. Struthers throws the outside. That's going to be a incomplete pass. Led his guy a little bit too far out. I think that was Chris Grant Jr. he was targeting.
Yeah, led him a bit too far. Unable to come down with that football, and he's got to be a better quarterback in that situation. Got to remain calm, get the ball out on time and on target, and give your receiver a chance to come up with it, as the defender was lagging back in coverage. Look for the out route up top at the bottom of the screen.
That's exactly what they're going to run. That's exactly what they're going to throw it to, Eddie. Gain of 8, making it a 3rd and short. Once again, received by Goldie Morrison.
3rd down and 2, very manageable situation. You can run or pass here, so Lexington has to be on their toes. Let's see what Annapolis decides to do here.
Third and 2, ball's on the 46. Need to get to the 48. Struthers throws the outside. That is open as could be. He's lucky that he got to the first down and got out of bounds, because he got a lot more grass in front of him as the defender bit.
Yeah, actually bumped him and knocked himself off the route as well, unable to recuperate and locate the football to bat that ball away.
Struthers throws the outside. That's going to be a 5-yard gain. Simple out routes is what Annapolis been coming out with on this drive. Nothing too flashy.
And I don't blame him, because the corners lined up about 12 yards off the ball and dropping back into coverage at the snap, so why not throw it to him? Basically a long run play. Pair slot right, 2 tight ends to the quarterback's left.
2nd and 5 for the Navigators. And on the outside
goodness.
of Chris Grant Jr., they finally decide to go to the well. And unfortunately for Chris Grant Jr., he gets put on his back, setting up a 3rd and 2.
Nathan Knurr, 6'4", 195. Kind of light to be 6'4", but he brought it all on that play.
3rd and 2, split back look for the Navigators. Handoff to Chris Grant Jr. again, who gets the first down. They're going to give it to him. Just barely got enough for it, and Annapolis moves the chains.
Yeah, that was very close. Perhaps maybe getting some hometown cooking, and there's a challenge flag. It was close, and Lexington's going to challenge.
The Rattlesnakes are challenging the spot of the ball.
Now let's see where exactly he got forward progress to. Kind of hard to tell from this angle. I would say from that angle he got it, but that's not a very good one to use. Here's a better one.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah,
could go
he got
either
that.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, this call should stand.
After review, the call on the field is overturned.
Oh, we are 0 for 2 tonight.
Not be charged with
0 for 2.
fourth down.
Jeez.
They're gonna mark him just short.
Lexington getting all the favors here to start. Playing for their season.
Offense is still on the
Annapolis is
field,
going to
Jack.
come out. Yeah, and I expect them to snap it. No, it sounds like they're going hard count, Eddie. Oh, no, they're going to run
wow.
it. Chris Grant Jr. got it that time. No doubt in anyone's mind.
Slow developing run play. They come out and split wing jokers. Got the receiver flanked out to the quarterback's left. They hand the ball off, and wow, it seemed like it took them forever to get to the line of scrimmage, but they pick up the first down.
Interesting play call on 4th and few inches. As Gene Struther's now going to drop deeply back, throws it. Ooh, did tip incomplete.
Great defense.
Yeah, and I don't blame him for that. You know, you have all the momentum. You're riding high off a 4th down conversion. Why not take a shot deep? Maybe not that sort of shot, but I don't disagree with it in principle.
I don't disagree with it. I mean, you're taking a shot as one-on-one. You're going up against a safety. They're not the most athletic of the defensive backs. Why not take a shot?
Go to the outside this time to Chris Grant Jr., who stumbles backwards, loses a yard, makes it 3rd and 11.
He had to turn around and locate the football, and took him a while to recover and get his bearings.
Third and 11. Struthers lobs this one deep, goes up, and that is incomplete. Struthers, once again, lucky as can be, makes it a 4th down and 11 after the pass deflection.
Yeah, and that time, Lexington actually bumped the intended target off his route just a little bit, just enough to slow him down. I believe that was Todd Rigsby who bumped him off his route, and it was just enough to get him behind the football, unable to locate it and bring that ball in. They're going to force Annapolis to punt.
High snap, and Pete Ellis gets it away.
Great punt. Oh, my goodness.
It just rolls into the end zone, unfortunately, for Annapolis. 1st and 10, they're going to bring it out to the 20 for Lexington.
Out to the 20, up 3-0. Going to try to put another drive here together to try and increase this lead here on the road.
Deep drop. He's going to lob this one once again deep down the field. That's going to be an incompletion from Chad Moore. A little bit of a risky throw there.
And they came down and brought the safety down into the box trying to take away the short stuff. Threw it deep, but like you said, it was kind of hard to tell from that angle. I'm not sure if the receiver got bumped off his route or what, but unable to come down with it.
Chad Moore once again going
goodness.
down to that same route. He caught it! And he's going to go down to the 50. Same play, same route even, and this time it changed the whole complex of the drive.
Yeah, for a moment there, I thought that was 3-dog T to double the outside receiver. It was not, as he dropped back into coverage, left him one-on-one with a safety. That's always a mismatch.
They're going to hand this one out to Sean Sanders. Got a seal on the outside, gained 6.
It's the second time they stretched that ball out wide to the strong side versus this 3-3 nickel, but this time Annapolis was able to mitigate the damage.
Second and 4, offset eyes, the look from the Miners. Chad Moore throws it short. That's going to be a first down on the reception by number 88. That is Xavier Solomon.
Nice route tree, too. Getting the defense to back out of there to defend the receivers running downfield, left them wide open. Near pro.
Hand off of the middle that time for Sean Solomon. Going to get a yard, they're going to say. Not mark him anymore. A little bit of a stingy spot.
And after a bit of a rough start with that one stretch play to the strong side, Annapolis has tightened down their run defense despite playing nickel.
Second down and 8. Quick drop for Chad Moore. Throws over the middle. That's going to be a catch for a gain of 5. A third and medium.
And this time the strong safety was playing about a yard off the line of scrimmage. Bails up out of there, trying to get a quarterback a different look. But so far, Lexington is remaining composed on this drive and making smart decisions.
Third and 5 for the Miners. Moore looking around, shoots it deep over, and that's going to be intercepted. Going the other way, he is going to be gone. That is going to be a touchdown for the Annapolis Navigators.
And just when I was starting to give Chad Moore some praise about his decision making, he makes a bad one here, throws it to the defense. I'm not even sure if he saw him because he practically threw it right to him. And just like that, the guy now has one more interception for a pick six than I do in my entire career.
You know, I can't even make that. Other people try to make that joke all the time with you.
I can do it to myself, but I can do it to myself. But when other guys do it to me, it's heartbreaking.
I mean, hey, you know, I have more than you too, so, you know, it is what it is.
So Annapolis strikes first with 7 points on the board in terms of touchdowns, but their defense.
Yeah, I mean,
7-3 Annapolis as they kick this ball off. 18 seconds left here in the first quarter. Gotcha. So now Lexington gets the ball back, looking to make amends for the previous drive, turning the ball over. Lost a bit of momentum here in this first quarter, being on the road. Kind of hard to get that momentum back here when you're on the road. Let's see how they handle it. Strong spread is going to be a run up the middle for a pickup of about 1.5 yards. Sean tackled on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 9. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Navigators winning this one 7-3 thanks to their defense. Second down and 9. Ball in their own Lexington 30-yard line. Coming out in I-Pro. 2 backs in the backfield. 4-2 nickel. Big 7-step drop. Gonna throw the ball all the way downfield. It's gonna be intercepted once again by Annapolis. Gonna return this ball about 10 yards to their own 43-yard line. And right now, Annapolis has all the momentum. Number 24 on the interception, cornerback J.W. Hawthorne, 6'1", 205. He needed every inch of that height to come up with that interception on the play. Get some good, decent blocking downfield, returns it about 8 to 9, 10 yards maybe. And Annapolis is going to get pretty darn good starting field position on their own, on their own 43-yard line. They're going to choose to go empty here. Gene Struthers surveying the defense. 5-step drop. Got to get rid of it. He does. Going to dump it off to his outlet receiver for a gain of about 1.5 yards. Number 12, wide receiver Ronnie Shanahan with the reception. Two-way player with the DC Dragons. So he avoids being sacked and able to pick up 1 yard and bring up 2nd down and 9. 2 backs in the backfield. I-Pro gonna hand this ball off to his tailback, who's able to fight off a tackle and pick up a gain of about 6 yards on the play. Chris Grant Jr. with the carry. Gonna set up about a 3rd down and 3. As you get a good look at Ronnie Shanahan there. Strong power I. Gonna hand it off to his tailback, who will lose traffic, picks up about 6 yards, and picks up the 1st down. Great blocking of the offensive line right there, as he was not touched until he was well past the 1st down marker. Look at that blocking up front. The right guard.
Yeah, that was great
block.
blocking. Yeah, I'm back. No need to worry. The big boss has returned for this game. Just had some issues, folks. Thanks for covering, Eddie. Really appreciate you.
The team game, including up in the booth as well.
Yep, 1st and 10. Ball's on Lexington's 30-yard line for Annapolis. Go to the outside. That's going to be caught. Gain of 4 on the play.
Nice, quick, easy read. 3-yard out route. 3 corners were lined up in the area. 3 DBs were lined up in the area, but they were not fooled.
Second and 6 for Annapolis. Deep drop for Gene Struthers. Struthers launches that one. That's going to be caught. Are they going to give him the 1st down? No, they are not. 3rd and inches. Ball is on the 20.
You know, they got robbed of a 1st down mark earlier. That one I thought they actually had.
I mean, you know, the refs like a little bit more of the playoff chaos tonight, clearly. Not much favoring the home field advantage.
Oh, he runs with it.
Oh, he's going to, yeah, he took off with it, and he gains 5 on the play. Got enough for a 1st down. Smart decision-making by Gene Struthers.
Gene Struthers pulled out his do-it-yourself toolkit and decides to pick up the 1st down on his own. Two tight ends to his left.
Going to be another handoff up the middle for Chris Grant Jr. Gain of 4 on the play. Down to the 11.
Yeah, Grant's getting some nice work here in this 1st half. Got a fullback out wide.
Struthers throws over. Well, that's going to be caught. Touchdown, Navigators. And Annapolis extends their lead to 2 scores.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen a team call 90-yard slants from this formation, whether it be in the minors or in the pros. But they found something they liked, dotted up there, and despite the duck of a pass, still able to connect with the receiver And they're going to extend this lead.
And that was huge for Annapolis, looking to improve it to finish with 2-6 on the season as opposed to 1-7. And out in San Jose, the Cavalry, you know, if anyone out there is scoreboard watching still, I'm sure they were quite pleased to hear that, as they are currently down 7-0 against the San Jose Flight. So at this moment, as things stand, it's win and you're in for the Lexington Miners. Downside to that, of course, Eddie, they're down by 11 points.
Down by 11, but the good news is there's a lot of football left. You know, a coach of mine once told me we were down big. It was pouring down, raining outside. And I think we were down like 21 points. He says, sir, I got good news and bad news. The bad news is we're down 21, and it's raining out here. We're getting pouring down, raining on us. The good news is a lot of football left. Let's go out there and try to make something happen.
And good news for Lexington on that kickoff, as it was a really shallow one from the kicker. They're going to get that up to the 31. Great field position.
And in case you're wondering, we still lost that game.
Hey, you don't need to tell a story like that when Lexington is already probably sitting there with their head in their hands, thinking, oh goodness, this isn't very good. About the tenacity, I guess, though. As that's going to be a handoff the outside to Sean Sanders, loses one on the play.
Lost one to play, and again, this Nickel defense continues to hold up nicely, defending the run and pass. In the gun, 2nd and 11.
Chad Moore looking around. And that's going to be another near interception. I get that you're down, and I get that your playoff lives are on the line, but geez, these are not the sort of throws that you'd be wanting to make, especially when there are pro scouts watching.
Believe it or not, that was the most open receiver he had out there. They ran 50XZ deep outs, and both outside receivers running the 15-yard out routes. Both of them were covered like blankets. Nowhere to go with the football.
Well, and I guess at that point, you kind of just have to, I guess that makes sense. You just throw it up, pray something works out, or throw the ball out of bounds. 3rd and 11, going to hand it off to Sean Sanders.
Oh,
Sean Sanders cuts it back inside, and that's not going to work out in the slightest. 4th and 8.
You're down 14-3, and I understand you want to be careful here with the football, on your own end here, but you want to at least try and at least put something together and dump it out short if you have to, with no one open downfield.
Yeah, because that just felt like a bit of a wasted opportunity there for Lexington. As Rand Fullman is now going to have to punt this one away. And this one's going to be taken at the 30 up to the 34. Heavy hit there at the end.
Drilled by number 23 for for Lexington. Another 5'11" corner.
I feel as if you said that with just the tiniest amount of malice in your voice there, Eddie.
None at all.
1st and 10 on Annapolis' 34-yard line. Deep drop for Gene Struthers. He's going to launch this one over the middle. Going to be a gain of 5 on the play.
And I love that decision. It's 1st down. There's no need to force. There was no one open downfield. He decides to check it down, pick up 5 yards, and stay ahead of the chains. Great decision, my Gene.
Yeah, he's been in the minors for a very long time, looking for himself to finally get drafted this season. There are a few QB openings in the major leagues that he can take advantage of. Struthers throws it out to Chris Grant Jr. Chris Grant Jr. Stop. Well behind the line. They're going to make it 3rd and 2. I'm going to say he didn't get enough for the 1st.
You know what? Denver comes to mind. They just lost their quarterback to their rival, Las Vegas. So if I'm Gene Struthers, I'm going to sit and go in everyone's DM in the front office there, including the owner, Jeremy Vega, and say, hey, I'm available to get drafted. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, also there's an opening up in Queen City, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
So there are several landing spots for Gene Struthers if he wants to go there. Chris Grant Jr., though, showing he's just as valuable as Gene to this offense.
Picking up the first down, great protection from his offensive line. He wasn't hit until he was past the first down marker.
Going to hand it off again to Chris Grant Jr.
Oh.
Cuts to the outside. They're going to gain 3 on that play. Simple run. Simple as they come. And, keeps the offense on schedule.
Keeps them on schedule. And speaking of being on schedule, I see Fox Highway in the chat. And there's no secret that he and I have had our disagreements. But I tell you what, we both picked up the phone a few days ago, had some good dialect, as it's a free play here for Annapolis. Probably going to accept it. And I like to say, we got a man down. DJ
and the
Kilgannon.
linebacker, Kilgannon. Oh, wow. As you're trying to be like this heartfelt with Fox, just everything's happening on the field.
Yeah.
No disrespect, Fox. I think you're getting the message that Eddie's trying to lay down for you.
Oh, yeah. He and I had a great conversation and worked some things out. And I just want to say I gained a great deal of respect for him these past couple of days.
And Lexington gets a neutral zone infraction, so that is just unfortunate. That whole play, kind of a disaster. One of the biggest disasters you could have on defense without letting up like a big touchdown or whatever.
They got to continue to come out here with this strong power eye against this nickel defense.
Handoff right up the middle for Chris Grant Jr. He's going to wheel and deal for a first down as he continues to have himself a night.
He is, and they're doing it 4 yards at a time, just taking what the defense is giving them. I like the play calling right now.
Yeah, it seems to be that Annapolis has taken some notes in play calling from the Naval Academy, located not too far away from here, playing the Army-Navy game in just about, I think, a week and a half? Yeah, I think so. Anyways, that's going to be a gain of 7.
Tight, triple right, and I like the play design. They flush the defense out of there by sending receivers deep, and he just takes what the defense gives him, runs a simple little out route, picks up 7 yards.
Second
Gino
down
wants to say
3.
about a message about DJ. Not sure what he's talking about.
Throw to the outside for Chris Grant this time. And he's going to gain a single yard.
Yeah, and that time, I didn't like the decision Gene made there. He threw the ball like almost immediately. Let the play develop some, get those corners to sagging back a little bit deeper, and that's going to be a first down.
Yeah, and hand off the outside. That's going to be a loss of 2. And for DJ Kilgannon, just reading the chat right here, very emotional game for him, recovering from what looks to be a cardiac arrest. So big game for him, and it's unfortunate for him to go down at this point.
Hopefully he's able to come back. Look out.
Pete Ellis's punt nearly blocked, and that's going to be a Navigator bounce. What a job from the gunner. Just stand there. It's weird to say in a football context that just standing around is the best thing that you can do. But when you're a gunner and when your job is to make sure the ball doesn't go into the end zone, the best thing that you can do is just stand there. Do nothing.
So great job by the punter who, despite pressure in his face, is able to get off a great punt.
Offset eye for Lexington. They're going to hand off to Sean Sanders. Sanders gains 2 on the play.
Oh, great news. So DJ has cramps and should be back in his ball game, perhaps in the second half.
Yeah, making sure that he's getting into the locker room, getting some Gatorade, getting some Powerade, Flavorade, all the different drinks. 2-minute warning here in the first half in Annapolis. The Navigators are up 14-3. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube.
Second down and 8. Deep in the own end. Got to be careful. Oh, my goodness.
And that's going to be a huge hit and misser on Sean Sanders from Geno McFly. He has been the heart and soul of this Annapolis team up until this point.
Outside linebacker, 5'11", 230. That's a lot of pounds on a guy that's 5'11".
He clearly must take my approach to dieting. Just fill yourself up with as much food as you can, and that's going to be another tackle, this time for loss. Geno McFly, once again, with another tackle. I mean, jeez.
Looking like B.J. Lovelace out there. Short linebacker making plays. Shout out to B.J.
Yeah. Man, that man's just doing everything. Massive ups for the guy.
And now it's going to get good field position here to end this half, looking to score again. You're going to milk this all the way down to about 2 seconds left on the game clock. Excuse me, on the play clock.
I was going to say the game clock has like 50 seconds left. I'm not sure how exactly that would work. Anyways, ball fielded at the 35. Oh, goodness. These players clearly... Does someone owe someone money here?
I'm not sure. But these special teams units for both teams are making plays.
And now for Annapolis, this is fantastic field position for them.
All 3 timeouts.
Most likely. Yeah, and luckily, if they get reasonably 1 first down, they should be able to extend their lead going into the half. Throw to the outside for Chris Crane Jr. That's going to be a gain of 2 on the play. They're going to go into the hurry-up.
Just from the outskirts of field goal range.
Another throw to the outside. That's going to be a gain of 2. Still risky for Annapolis. They did lose a game on a field goal just a few weeks back. That's going to be a 3rd straight throw to the outside to Chris Crane Jr. And that's not going to go anywhere.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, I mean, when you're in this sort of situation, and it looks like they're going to just take this to the half.
Wait, what? Oh, my goodness. What's going on?
Yeah, wait. What happened there? I know they had at least 2 of their timeouts. Because remember, they lost the challenge earlier. That was weird.
Yeah, hopefully that does not come back to bite them, because I don't think I've ever seen that before. At least not in that situation.
I guess, but I mean, Annapolis doesn't have a kicker on hand. I think they're the only SFL team without a kicker now. I guess that's just like, I mean, it happens sometimes, if you don't have a kicker on hand. No matter what, though, Annapolis, despite literally everything being stacked against them, it seems, in this first half, up 11 with just 22 more minutes to go in their season.
Up 11, they're winning the field position battle, they're winning the turnover battle, they're winning the battle of total yards. There's a total team effort out here, and let's not forget about the effort made by the special teams unit, as you pointed out a moment ago. There's a total team effort here by Annapolis in this first half.
Yeah, and again, that's despite everything seeming to be going the opposite way in terms of Lexington. Lexington's been having just kind of a rough game. Only really a few big plays from them so far, and every time they do have a big play, it just seems to be completely negated by Annapolis, give or take 2 or 3 minutes later.
Yeah, shout out to the coaching staff for Annapolis, too. I mean, they're making things this difficult for them. And despite the losses that we had this season, they've been in a lot of tough games in which they were leading at the half and somehow lost it in the second half. But hopefully, if you're a fan of Annapolis, they're able to hold on to this lead today and come out with a victory.
Yeah, and obviously up in over in Northern California, they're also going be watching this game intently, because if Annapolis holds on to this game in the second half and wins it, it won't really matter what Ottawa does, as they're going to be going to the playoffs regardless, as they beat Lexington earlier in the season.
Yep. But for right now, for Lexington, they can't focus on that. They got to focus on the second half of football here and try to find a way to erase this 11-point deficit. Let the other game sort itself out. Control what you can control.
Yeah, and at this current moment, Ottawa is down against the San Jose Flight. But as the scores stand, Ottawa will still be going to the SFLm playoffs. They're going to hand this one off to Sean Sanders. Sanders goes nowhere. Second down 11. I think that was Geno McFly on another tackle.
It was.
You know, there's something about linebackers that wear 42 in this league. You know, they're wonderful players. Some of the best, dare I say. This is not me bloating my own self-confidence or ego. This is just me being objectively correct.
Yeah, the linebackers wearing those 40 numbers always gets me. I got one myself. Look at the delay.
And the delay ain't going to work out for them, as they're going to lose 3 yards. Once again, Geno McFly, I think that's tied in with Jupiter Juno. Can't forget him either. Both just flying in and making the big plays.
Yeah, right now, Annapolis is just in a zone on both sides of the ball. And it's going to take a play, a big play, by Lexington to turn things around.
Another delay handed off to Sean Sanders. And that is not going to go anywhere. Especially nowhere near where they needed to go. 4th and 13. And I think what's more interesting is that there were no real aggressive plays there on that drive, Eddie.
Yeah, 3rd down and a mile, and you elect once again to go for it on 3rd down with the run play. We have significant yardage to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, never mind on the first play of this drive. You know, that's prime just take a shot downfield opportunity. But they never really did anything. It's a very strange set of play calls from this Lexington coaching staff, headed up by Marco Swift.
Indeed. I mean, maybe they saw something on film we didn't see. Perhaps they thought they could take advantage of this nickel defense. But thus far, other than that stretch play we've seen in the first quarter on the strong side, nothing doing for this run game.
It was like that 3rd and 32 call in the Lions Thanksgiving game last year. Just do that on repeat. 1st and 10 now for the Navigators. Gene Struthers, drop. He's going to go down for a sack. And just as it seems to be that all the momentum's with Annapolis, Lexington comes in and tries to even the score.
Yeah, and they come out on 1st down, single safety high, 2 safeties high. Perhaps fooled Gene a bit because at the snap of the ball, the free safety came flying down. Couldn't kill. It's cover 3 weak, a forced guy, but they had everything covered up.
And that was Robert Brady making the sack there. And he nearly got 2 Gene Struthers again before he got the ball off. And that's going to be a 1st down they're going to mark him with. Interesting maneuver. But
Great
a 1st
individual
down
effort. Ronnie Shanahan catches this ball about 4 yards shy of the 1st down marker, is able to turn up field, about 6 yards shy of the 1st down marker, able to turn up field and fight off 2 would-be tacklers, get past the 1st down marker, and move the chains. Great effort.
A huge play from the two-way from the DC Dragons. I'm sure Destro will be looking at that and looking to move him up the depth chart come season 20 after a play like that. Struthers throws it back out to the outside. That's going to be a gain of 4. They're going to say he caught the ball.
Yeah, I thought that was a catch in bounds as well. 2nd down and 6.
Yeah. Yeah, you can kind of tell when, even from here, you can kind of tell pretty easily if they went too far or they didn't go far enough.
I think the first time today we've seen this formation.
And Gene Struthers going to throw this one deep, and it's going to be tipped around, nearly intercepted.
It should have been.
Yeah, that was a bit of a risky throw to Ronnie Shanahan. still kind of an interesting play call.
Interesting, and Adam Node, had he come up with that ball, that'd have been a pick 6 for Lexington. But it's 3rd down and 6. Got to make a play. Oh.
And that's going to be a catch. It's going to say not enough for Goldie Morrison. 4th down and 1. Just
That was actually a
needed
great. That was actually a great decision by Gene there, as Lexington continued to stay 2 safeties high, dropped back into coverage, threw it to the right guy, but he was unable to fight and pick up that 1st down. But now they're showing signs of going for it here on 4th down.
They did this earlier and it worked out. And they're going to hand it off again to Chris Grant Jr. And he's going to get it again. Did you see the defensive end fly into the backfield?
Yeah.
Staring him dead in the face, and he still gets it.
Grant ran that ball just a little bit too wide, but it did not matter. He picked up the 1st down anyway. Quads.
Cannot believe it. 1st and 10 for Annapolis as they keep the drive going. Tipped away, incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, number 22 for Lexington there. Bats that ball away. Making it 2nd and long. And pardon me, but his name, oh, there he is, Toby. Had to look way down there to find him.
Yeah, Toby Nur. The secondary strong safety.
Yeah, 6'3", 210. That's more like it. That's what I like right there. 6'3", 210. Get your mind out the gutter.
Okay, 2nd and 10, throw over the middle. And that's going to be caught for a 1st down. Great play from Annapolis.
Moving the change, 90-yard slants. They audible the receiver the near side of the screen to an out route, but had something open further downfield. Took advantage of it, moved the chains again.
Struthers with another deep drop.
Oh my goodness!
Lob this one to the outside, incomplete. Struthers clearly must be feeling a little bit cocky right now, considering all these throws he's making. Jeez.
Yeah, he had 2 tight ends on the field, lined up on either side of him. Neither one of them were open, and he decided to throw it to him anyway. He's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
Second and 10 for the Navigators.
Wide open. Oh, he dropped it.
That one, oh, he dropped it. Oh, gosh.
Oh. Hate to see that. That's the 2nd time we've seen Annapolis come out and throw 90-yard slants out of that formation. Again, I've never seen it before out of that formation until today. And both times it should have been successful, but this time the receiver dropped it.
And that was Marty Alonso, the man who was targeted on that play.
Oh, look at this defense.
And that was easy to eat up as they're now going to get it down to the 14 into the red zone.
Yeah, for Cloud, you got a corner coming down trying to defend the outside there, shallow, but there's not a receiver there. Just basically taking himself out of the equation on the play.
So now it's 1st down 10, ball on the 14-yard line. Throw to the outside, and oh, Chris Grant Jr. laid on his back, and he lost a yard on it at that.
That's the 2nd time we've seen Annapolis come out in this formation and run that play, and the first time was toward the end of the 1st half when they went hurry up, and Lexington shut it down then and shut it down now. Doubles.
Another deep drop from Struthers, throw to the outside.
Goodness.
That's going to be, incomplete. And the tackle slash passing breakup made by Juke and Rukin Jr., the two-way.
I think that was 50 tight end Y out, and that play is normally money, but great job illustrating closing speed to get over there and knock that ball away.
Yeah, Juke and Rukin going over to Alamo City in the offseason, making sure that other receivers get those health insurance throws they can test there. 3rd down and 11. Throw to Chris Grant Jr. That's not going to be enough for a first down. And Annapolis going to have to send out the field goal unit.
I'm sure they don't mind. They ate up some clock, and they're going to make this a 2-touchdown lead should this field goal go through. Good offense by Annapolis.
Kick is up, and it is good from 31 out, and Annapolis extends their lead just a little bit further.
Extending the lead just a bit further, and if Lexington wants to get back into this game, they're going to need to be a bit more aggressive on offense. Let's see, now that they're down 14, now that they're down 11, do they do so? Actually, it should be 14. Got to get Cam on that.
Kick is away, and it's going to field it at the 15. Up to the 30 they're going to mark him down at, and that is where Lexington's going to take back over.
30-yard line, so decent field position to start this drive off, and they're going to need to run to pass this ball a bit more than they've been doing these past couple of drives.
And off the outside to Sean Sanders as he gets tackled behind the line. Bring up 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, since that first run play, that stretch play we talked about off to the left, the run game has been pretty much shut down by this Annapolis defense.
Lob to the outside of Sanders. This time he's going to gain 3. Well, they're going to actually say 2, but he gets knocked down. 3rd and 10.
And right now, this defense for Annapolis is locked in. They are making everything difficult for Lexington. Another run play.
Yeah, they're going to hand this one out. That is Sean Sanders. This time it works out, though, for him. And they're going to get it to the 47, cross the midfield stripe for, I think, the first time this second half.
Forgive me for speaking too early because I was all but ready to give Lexington coaching staff the business for this play calling. But this time they come out and is able to pick up the first down and more. 3rd down a mile, and they pick it up on the ground. Makes things easy for your quarterback when you can move the ball efficiently on the ground like that. Strong spread, look for another stretch play.
Hand off the outside for Sanders again, and Sanders, looking like Barry Sanders, gains 9.5.
You putting that man in the same sentence as a Hall of Fame running back, Barry Sanders. That's a tall order of praise right there for the running back.
I mean, hey, they have the same last name. You know, you'd expect some comparable performances. Now they're going to hand it off to Sanders again as he gets the first down. Much like the Lions in the early to mid-90s, Sanders is looking to put these Miners on his back.
Yeah, now I'm hoping that he did not eat a big meal last night because they are giving him the ball a lot. And come the fourth quarter, we're going to see how his stamina holds up. Gino was asking for a hold.
And I think that's the hole that he may have desired to go in and tackle, but that wasn't even him who made the tackle. I mean, hey,
They're
there was
locked
a statement
in.
I wanted to make. Yeah, I was going to say there was a statement I wanted to make there, but very clearly I knew where that would have been interpreted. 2nd and 10. And they're going to hand this off to Sanders again, who gets mollywopped at the 31, make it 3rd and 7.
You got Annapolis doubling the receiver on the outside with his 3-dog T, and they're still able to corral this running game. I mean, that's just great job by the front four and those linebackers behind them.
Third and 7. They're gonna. Oh my gosh! Boomer bust cycle. It seems to be as Jupiter Juno's the man who gets into the backfield, and Lexington. This is just on the. Oh, they're gonna punt.
Yeah. And you know, I'm not sure what Lexington saw on film this week, but they came in here with a lot of confidence for their running game, and it has not delivered.
Yeah.
Great punt.
You know, I was going to say Jay Hayden looking to emulate the fashion sense of a coach with the same initials, but Lexington looking to play that guy's brand of football.
Deep in their own end here, let's not get too comfortable. Lexington can be one play away from turning this game around and making this a one-score game. Got to be smart with the football here.
They're going to hand this one off and gain 4 yards. Get up to the 8-yard line. They're going to mark them down at. Nice run.
Fox Highwind is calling that punt a beautiful golf shot. Gotta agree, that's an interesting analogy.
Yeah. You know, it's like when you're trying to get a wedge onto the green or something. I don't know. I don't play golf. Throw to Chris Grange Jr. Gains 4 yards again to the 13-yard line, making it 3rd and 2.
You know, my youngest daughter has become a fan of Top Golf, and that's about the only golfing I do either, also. And even then, it doesn't look good.
Yeah. I remember when I was younger, my uncle used to take me out to the driving ranges. Same sort of thing. My shot wasn't great. Free play. And they're going to hand this one off to Chris Grant Jr. I think they're going to just take the yard. It's 1st down nonetheless.
Wasted opportunity to get your defense off the field and get your offense great field position, but Lexington gave all that up with that offsides penalty.
Yeah, it was something for Lexington, and now Annapolis granted a new lease of life on offense. Currently up by 2 possessions. That brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 17-3 is the scoreline. As things stand, Ottawa's going to the playoffs. But don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. First and 10 once more. For Annapolis, they're going to throw this one to the outside. That's caught. Gain of 4 on the play. And don't forget, folks, 8 p.m. Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and consistently refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. 8 p.m. Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. And I'm sure the only sounds that Chris Grant Jr. is going to be hearing after that one are the little birdies singing around his head.
Yeah, he got a bunch of white jerseys flying his direction. For 2 nickel versus this 3-wide receiver, 1 tight end set.
Throw to the outside. That's going to be a short of the line to gain 4th and 1.
Yeah, the corners actually played a bit aggressive that time, taking away the flats, forcing him to chuck that ball off a bit shorter to change than he wanted to. It's going to force a punt. Milking this clock.
Yeah, that they are. As Pete Ellis gets this one away.
Oh, special teams continues to be special today.
Yeah, it's definitely something to take note of here with these two teams going back and forth to defense and special teams, making the difference. You know, especially for Annapolis, as I'm sure if they were just going off their offense, we'd be talking about a much different ball game right now. Let's give me a handoff. No gain, no loss for Sean Sanders.
No, I'm not sure what's going on here today, but you're down 14 points. There's 9 minutes left, and you've run the ball in obvious passing situations. Not quite sure what the philosophy is here tonight.
Clearly, they must be thinking that we aren't. Sean Sanders
And
takes the outside. Yeah. Oh, they're not going to give him the first down, surprisingly.
No,
third
it's
and
inches. Yeah. I thought he was short, but every time I mention it, they come out here and prove me wrong for the moment.
Yeah,
They're gonna challenge that. Yeah. I thought he was short, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, though. You know, the camera angle just slightly behind the players. We'll have to see what it is, though. Let's see. This angle ain't really going to help us. Yeah, no, it looked like he got it. He spun over the line.
Oh, yeah, that's a first down.
Oh, yeah, that's clear as day.
Yeah. We've been wrong before, though, twice tonight. Let's see.
The call on the field is over to
Yeah, it held this time.
will not be charged with a timeout. First down.
For
So
once,
yeah.
we are in line with empirical reality.
Yeah. In case you haven't noticed, the Arizona Scorpion Spread Shop now has gear that talks about these referees and sideline judges. Check out our store to pick you up one. Big step drop. Oh.
They're going to throw that one to the outside as Eddie
picked up a
decides
first down.
to promote his own merch.
Of course.
I mean, hey, you know, gotta be hustling,
That's right.
You know, yeah. You know, got the Arizona Scorpions, their own spread shop set up. We here in Charleston working on it. Should be launching soon.
There you go.
Same site you can go to. Obviously, also Sector 6, place you can go for a whole variety of SFL merchandise.
That's right.
For not only our two teams, the Arizona Scorpions and Charleston Predators, but the other 26-member franchises that make up the SFL. No merch for the SFLm, though, yet. Waiting for that.
Yeah, I was talking to Cam about that a while back ago. We'll see if it comes out sometime soon. But yeah, my referee merch is kind of interesting. It reads, if you can read this, you are not a Simulation FL, a SFL referee.
Clearly, there's some deep-rooted past issues with it. As Sean Sanders takes that one, gains 2 on the play, makes it 3rd and 4.
Look no further to the championship game. I mean, it was the right call, but dang, just having it a bad time.
Yeah.
Third down and 4. Lexington needs to move the chains.
Yeah, that they do. Offset eye look for the Miners. Chad Moore, oh, he gets sacked! That's the exact opposite of what needed to happen.
Yeah, they've been pretty much protecting them since the first quarter. And unfortunately, they're on 3rd down. Unable to do so there, and Lexington has to punt this ball away once again.
That's going to be a high one. Going to take a bounce around the 3-yard line into the end zone. Touchback. And Annapolis. They now get to open up their playbook a little bit.
Yeah, they can kind of smell the victory from here, but there's a lot of football left. They got to be smart. Remember, they got their lead extended with a pick 6, and Lexington in one play can reverse their fortunes.
One play can change everything. I form for the Navs.
Oh, look at this.
And off to the outside. And that's going to be a loss for Chris Grant Jr.
I don't know if I've ever seen a team run a strong power O out of the I Pro, but had he got that one defender to miss, he would have been off to the races. Pair slot right, 2 tight ends to the quarterback's right. Free play.
And a free play as they're going to hand off to Chris Grant Jr. again. No gain, no loss, but in reality, it's a 5-yard gain and no loss of down.
Skippy is asking me, what does victory smell like? And that's a darn good question. I'm not quite sure, but I'm sure. You know, then again, I'm not sure. I don't know what it smells like. If you find out, let me know.
Smells something like brisket.
That's a good choice.
I don't know, you know.
Fox says
hey, what
like
do I
lavender.
know? Yeah, I mean, hey, what do I know? My team went 3-9 last year. They're 2nd and 5.
Oh.
Throw to the outside. That's going to be a turnaround catch. Gain of 1, though. And good news for Annapolis, they do continue to milk the clock for that play.
They milking the clock. 3rd down and 4. They want to convert here to give Lexington even less time to come back. Got to be disciplined, though. They're going to line up in the gun. I route to the bottom of the screen. Oh, he looked them off.
Brothers looking around. He's going to launch this one deep and tipped incomplete. 4th and 4. They tried to go for it all.
Yeah.
And a few more suggestions of what victory apparently smells like. It smells like apple pie from Chad Stinson, and Guy Clausen says it smells like a V8 engine. I sense a slight bit of bias from Guy Clausen, but I respect it.
Just a slight bit. No bias whatsoever.
Punts away from Pete Ellis as he continues to boom this one down the field. Taken back to the 45, 1st and 10.
You know, I almost said something, but, you know, I like everybody in this league, so I'm not. But that was a very interesting analogy if I've ever heard one, like an engine.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, all the respect to Guy Clausen and the V8s, you know, representing Detroit well. 1st and 10 from the 45 for the Miners. Hand off to the outside here for Sean Sanders. Speaking of Detroit legends, getting up to the 49-yard line, 2nd and 4.
2nd down and 4. Lexington going to have to take this ball to the air because at this rate, unless they get a couple of gaping runs, they're going to need more time than that to get back in this ball game. Oh, my goodness.
And that time, Sean Sanders gets absolutely crushed. And now 3rd and 5. They're locked in this formation, and usually that's not a good sign, but this time they throw it. Sean Sanders not going to get a 1st down, 4th and 4. You know, everything tells me that they should go for it.
Oh, they have to go for it.
Will.
They will.
Yeah.
It's under 5 minutes. 4th down. Got to go for it.
Yeah, especially as things are going. Ottawa is also driving down the field in the other game.
I put a
So
stretch
Ottawa
play. There it is.
They're going to hand it off to... That's not good, though. And they're
Not
going to
gonna
lose
get
a
it
few
done.
yards. Yep, and Jupiter Juno forces the turnover on down.
Turnover on downs. Wow, look at that. Great blocking by his defensive end. That left him free. The tackle tried to get to him. Could not get to that next level, which left him one-on-one with the ball carrier and results in a tackle for a loss. Turnover on downs.
Now Annapolis gets
Oh,
the
my
ball
goodness.
back. They're going their own way now. Deep drop from Gene Struthers, throws the outside. That's incomplete. He dropped it.
You want to talk about an opportunity to turn this game around? Had that ball been deflected in the field of play, that would have been a pick six. And I don't know if Carolina plays Motor City this year, but I sure hope they do because they are going back and forth in the game chat, Mike. Jack.
Unfortunately, they aren't. The Atlantic and the North aren't playing each other this year. Next year, though, next season, so sometime in the late half of 2023, we should be getting that fun matchup. They're going to throw this one to the outside. Gain of 3 on the play. That's going to stop the clock, though. 3rd and 7.
Fox has reminded me also. No, Eddie, they do not play each other. They got to hold that off, that rivalry until next season. Season 21, Skippy says.
Third down and 7. Going to throw this one over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. 4th and 7. 4th and 7, the same code currently in the other game between San Jose and Ottawa. Ottawa, though, down at the 22.
Doing double duty tonight.
Yeah. What's the line? I'm calling both games. But, since both these two games are having major impacts on the playoff picture, I think it's relevant for the people,
Yes, of course. Fox Highway in the chat reminded me that I believe it's week 5 or week 6 that London will be getting that anticipated rematch versus Arizona. Punt is away, fair catch, down to the 13-yard line.
Meanwhile, that Ottawa just kicked a field goal and make it 13-10 as Chad Moore comes out, knowing that he has 3 minutes 51 seconds to score 2 touchdowns in order to keep his team alive in the playoff hunt. Since Ottawa is still down. Yep, especially since Ottawa is still down, they can have a shot. They're going to hand this off to the outside for Sean Sanders. He's not going to get anything, and they're going to rush back to the line.
To run the same play.
Hand off again to Sean Sanders, who loses a yard. No, they're not going to say he lost anything. Probably lost half a yard, if that. Another handoff, Sean Sanders. Can he pick up a block? Not really. He's going to gain 5 yards. And the play calling of
atrocious.
Lexington still is, you didn't have to go there.
I mean, I'm just calling like I see it.
4th and 5 for the Miners.
And guess what they're about to call?
It's going to be a stretch to the outside, Eddie.
That's right.
See, I'm learning these plays like you are. They're going to hand this off the outside, and once again, that doesn't work. And this time it's even worse, as Annapolis is going to get the ball in the red zone.
Turnover on downs, and Annapolis, well on their way to picking up their second win of the season, here to close things out.
And meanwhile, I'm sure jubilation is ensuing for the Ottawa Cavalry fans in the other game. Another handoff to Chris Grant Jr. Open hole, finds it, gains 4. As currently, as things stand, they will be going to the SFLm playoffs.
Amazing what a week of football can do for a football team.
2nd and 6. Another handoff to Chris Grant Jr. to the outside.
wow.
They're looking to just take this to the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 4, and that will probably bring us to 2 minutes left on the clock.
It will, as we approach the 2-minute warning. I can, I don't want to be too overly critical on them because I've been there, in situations in which I made changes to the playbook and may have forgot to add or take away something, and it resulted in losses or key defining moments of a game that made the game go one way or another. So I can totally relate. And Marco Swift's been around for a long time, along with his offensive coordinator, Christian Pierce, and I'm sure that moving forward to next season, they'll get that cleaned up.
3rd and 4, 1st down should end it here in Annapolis. Chris Grant Jr. finds a hole. He's going to run right through it. And he did not get enough for the 1st down, but Annapolis will be able to extend their lead to 20-3 with 1:55 remaining in the ball game.
55 left. Annapolis going to bring out the field goal kicker to kick this chip shot, make it about a 28-yard field goal, give or take.
Kick is up.
Is away. It is good.
And it's good. 1:52 remaining in, well, I guess we can say it now, the season for these two ball clubs. A lot of rough lessons get learned when you're in kind of these sort of situations. For Annapolis, obviously going to finish towards the bottom of the table. Never a fun thing. And for Lexington, knowing that, you kind of gave up a playoff opportunity. These sorts of games hurt, but you learn to recover from them. And hopefully for these two teams, they come back stronger. And both these teams, they have Major League ball clubs that they can use the lessons they learned in the minors to hopefully improve for next season.
Sure they will. Jay Hayden, he's learned up under TJ and T-Pat, again under Chris Comasack, a bit from me. And then you got Tulsa's coaching staff over here down the minors with Lexington. Tulsa's been in the playoffs a couple times these past couple seasons as they got their running game going, and I'm sure they'll be back competing again next year. Lexington as well. Look at this run.
And Sean Sanders finally breaks up one off to the 43, and now Lexington comes out into the hurry up. Should be the same set of plays over and over. Yep, another one going to be a loss of 1 on the play. 1:30 and counting. 1:27, sorry, folks. And that's another one. Gain of 2. They're going to call their second timeout. 1 left on the board.
I remember back when Arizona played Queen City at the convention in Houston, and I forgot to remove a play out of the defensive playbook that got called over and over again, and I have no doubt it cost us that game. I played Queen City yet again the very next season, and what did I do? I screwed up the playbook again, so I can tell you from firsthand, it's happened to the best of us.
That's going to be another handoff. Gain of 6, 4th and 3. If Lexington wants even the slightest hope at coming back, they're going to need to convert this.
Absolutely. Marco Swift is reminding me about that incident with the play call that was in the convention. Oh, that was tough. First
Hand
down.
off the outside. They're going to get it. Sean Sanders breaking away to the 34. They're going to keep this ball a-moving. And another handoff. Sean Sanders not going to go anywhere. Loss of 1. They're going to run back to the line of scrimmage. All these hurry-ups got to be killing. As Sean Sanders cuts back inside this time. Gains 3 yards. They're going to mark that as 3rd and 9.
Oh, my goodness.
And same play, that one's going to lose them a few yards. 4th and 10, and this, for all intents and purposes, should wrap it up unless they can get 10 yards. Handoff, lots of yards, game, set, match. Ottawa will be facing Albuquerque in the semifinals.
They will, as both these games are going to go final. Like you said, you're looking at the auto game yourself. And Annapolis is going to take this ball, bring the quarterback out, and get in a favorite formation that the offensive coordinator has, and that's victory formation.
Yeah. Rough seasons for both these ball clubs. However, for Annapolis, come out on top in their final game. Many games for Annapolis, though, could have gone either way.
Yep.
By no means are either of these teams that bad. Just take these lessons that you learned from this season, apply them to the big leagues next year if you're coaching the big leagues, or apply them next year for the SFLm. The Annapolis Navigators win 20-3 over the Lexington Miners in a defensive slugfest, especially in the second half.
And the defense is actually what got it going for Annapolis. It was the pick six. They got them on the scoreboard, and they have not looked back since. They failed to score up to that point. They got the pick six to put them on the scoreboard, and they never lost the league as Lexington was unable to put points on the board from that point on. The defense for Annapolis stepped up big time, defended the run when they needed to, was absolutely outstanding versus the passing game, and Annapolis finally finds a way to hold on to a second half lead, coming away with a win. And I know it's tough. I've been there as a coach. You come out with these great game plans. Everything looks great in the first half, and in the second half, things just seem to collapse on you little by little. But Jay Hayden kept his head up. No one fights harder than that guy, other than myself, of course. And I'm sure come next season, he's going to get the ship righted, along with this opportunity he has in Charleston. Now that he's a head coach, he's been wanting that opportunity for a long time. He's got it, and I can't wait to see what he does over there.
Oh, absolutely. You know, he's a great guy. You know, obviously, you know, I have nothing but praise to sing about him. You know, he's been a really active guy, really looking to improve the team. Great season from these two teams. Player of the game nods here go to Gene Struthers. 30 for 43, 176 yards, and a touchdown, 5 rushing yards to boot. Thanks for tuning in to the SFLm regular season. From Eddie Gage and myself, alongside Cameron Irvine, producing this game, we say so long and have a fantastic Monday night.
Arizona, I love y'all. Let's go, man.